Hey guys, for this video we're taking a look at this Mic Tuning 20-inch LED off-road light bar. Now this light bar comes with the wiring kit, which is really important with these. So we're going to get it all installed and test it out on my Jeep. Again, it's 20-inch. You got a combo of spot and flood beams. It does give you instructions for how to hook it up. We have our brackets. Our hardware does come with wire connectors and a couple of extra fuses and the all-important wiring kit. It's really important to get these because they have the inline fuse, so we can hook this directly up to the battery. We don't have to run it to our panel. And then also, if we can see it sneaking in there, it has a relay, and you always want to use the relay to go with it. It's a better install, saves your switch, you won't burn it out. And then we have the waterproof switch right here, which does light up once you give it power and turn it on, but just a little rocker style switch that you'll have to find a place to mount it. Now for me, I have some auxiliary switches already, so I can save this for another install another time because I already have a different wiring setup, but just so you know, it does come with it. Now if we look at the back of this guy, you have these two loose nuts on the back side here, and they're supposed to be like that because that's how you attach this bracket. It can go this way, it can go this way, wherever your installation calls for. Gives you different angles that you can turn this thing, and then you can slide these back and forth so you get the right spacing that you need. Now the other end of this right here is going to go to your mounting spot, and we just slide the bolt through. It's easier with two hands, but we're going to be able to do it with one here. And you can see how it's a tight channel, so that bolt can't move anymore. So when we install it here, the bolt's up against there, but you don't need to get to it because it can't spin anyways. And then we'll bolt it down, and it gives us nuts and washers on the other side. Basically what it's going to look like, now I have it loose so we can still adjust it for our spacing and for our angle. We'll tighten that down once we know what that'll be. And then here is our end. It's very simple, just a positive and a negative. And so if you were using this switches that they gave you, red to red, black to black, they give you the spade connectors in the bag to connect to these guys. And the other side has the rings, and that's going to your battery. So the wiring installation is very easy. Getting it all installed. Now, because of the way my light bar is and the mounting spots on either side, I know that's centered. So I just wanted to make sure the light brackets were centered on the light. So where I have them, I measured from this end of the bracket to this straight line here, and it's 2 1/8 on either side for me. It's going to be different for everybody, but that's how I figured mine out. And then you can see we got to get these tightened first because the way I have it, the positioned all the way down like that, my bracket is up here, so I had to tighten that first. And then also the holes that are pre-drilled in this are a little big, so I had to add a second washer. But all we got to do is tighten that down, the nut on either side, and then do our wiring. Although I'm not using the entire wiring kit that came with it, I do want to use some of their wires, so I snipped off this end near the relay here, because I already have a relay with what's already installed in the Jeep. And I'm hoping it's long enough, that's our connection point inside this box, to run down here through the wheel well where you can see that wiring harness right there going. It's going to follow around out to the front of the bumper here, up this, and then make the connection with this guy right here. And I'm hoping the wire's long enough to do all that. Still finishing up the wiring, but just wanted to make sure it's working before we get any further. So we have it here hooked up to my box. See positive and negative there. Let's give it a test. The hood's up. I don't know if we'll be able to tell. We'll have to get back out. Okay. Turn it on. And hit light bar. Oh man, I saw it get brighter. And there it is. Light bar on. Looks great. So that is working. We can finish buttoning this up. Finish running these wires. I'm mostly happy with it, although I feel like I might have to change it a little bit. Had to put a zip tie here to hold this corner. It comes up the bar here. And then I have a couple of stainless steel cable clamps. Got little rubber sleeves over them, and that's connected to the bolt that's mounting these. And I put one on each side. Pretty happy with that. got everything put back together. So you can see it's pretty dark out, but it's not totally dark. So in an hour or two, we'll come back out and turn on the lights, take it for a spin, see what we think. Now that it's dark out, you can do a little test. Turn on the switches, hit the light, boom! One of my fog lights is out because the bulb came out. Get to this intersection here. See, this is the off-road light with the headlights on as well. Once we do a little loop-de-loo here, we can try it with just the off-road light, no headlights. So if you think I'm a liar, we can show you how dark it is here in a second. It's just the off-road light, no headlights, all lights off. Okay, just the off-road light. So it really has pretty wide beam as we look side to side. And we get those headlights back on with it. You can do the high beams. Boom. Switches working great. Oh, stay on the road, fool. Stay on the road. What are you doing? Well, there you go, guys. The Mike Tuning off-road light. Thanks for watching.